to you. This, my friends, is the Napoleon Torte from the Lithuanian Bakery, a bakery that has been doing this for over 59 years. Second generation son. You're going to meet him in just a second. His name is Alfie Muskachevitz, and he's going to show us all about this amazing dessert that his parents, who came to America after World War II as refugees, right?
Yeah.
To escape communism.
Yep.
Like, they came to America with a dream and a recipe for a tort, and this is it. It sells out every year, and today we have it for you. It's 17 layers of wafer and buttercream and amazing apricot filling, or in the chocolate, it has a delicious raspberry filling on the inside. And today we have it for you on 4 payments of $16.66. Start ordering now because this is the dessert for Easter. Rachel said during the break, this is my all-time favorite cake. It is so delicious, right?
This is the cake, Alberti, that it was sent to our homes. I called Alberti, that Napoleon cake. And he's like, yep. And I was like, I just tried to eat one piece and then I went back and ate another piece. And you're like, me too. We're both on the phone. You're like, we can't
eating
stop.
the Napoleon cake.
We're trying to slip little slices, and we keep going back for a little slice again. And we basically both ate 10 little slices.
Because it's the most decadent, delicious dessert, and it's only something that we bring to you during the holidays. Now, let me bring in Alfie Muskachevitz.
Yes,
he is the son of the people who started the Lithuanian Bakery. And Alfie, it's always a pleasure to have you. How are you?
Great to see you guys again.
Well, Alfie, listen, we're already busy on the phone lines because we wait for this cake to come here. But as I kind of go into this cake and we look at this, what are we looking at? Because this, I know this cake takes you a long time to make, like 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. You're looking at 17 different layers in each one of these torts. It starts out with the butter wafers, and then we had a vanilla buttercream in between each layer. So it's stacked up, and then in the middle we put a apricot, a little sour apricot tartness. So you have the 3 components of sweetness, savory, and tartness all in one bite. So it's a really unique dessert that has all those 3 components of
and then
flavor.
on the outside, what's on the outside here?
Sprinkle of something.
That outside is actually the crumbs that we make of the excess wafers. So the wafers are rolled out, and then we cut it with a cutter, and then there's excess, and so it kind of gives that rustic look. But you can dress these up, too, with like my wife, she puts on sauces on these, drizzles them on, and I've got like an example of our the apricot one. This has a apricot amaretto sauce on it.
That looks so good.
For. It's so good. And then on our chocolate
that's
one,
not fair.
Well, I will tell you, I'm not
Alfie's
missing
not
it,
fair.
but I would definitely try and add it on at some time. So that's the original.
Oh
I want to let you know
God.
what's going on.
Yeah.
If you want that vanilla apricot, I have 600 remaining, and it's the first time. I mean, I have not seen this basically since last year. So if you want this, now is your chance to get it. If you want chocolate raspberry, I only have 250 to go around. So all of my chocoholics out there, take a look at this cake. Again, 17 layers. You can see them with all the buttercream frosting. Like, this is where you really see it. And then the raspberry in the middle. But Alfie, you got a little bit of different toppings and such on the outside.
Yeah, the toppings on the outside of the chocolate one are crushed nuts, and then a chocolate sprinkle on top of that. We kind of do a little bit of our own adding chocolate sauce to it. And this, like I said, it's delicious on their own, but you can also dress them up. And we like to put flowers and things on them because it just kind of makes it even more elegant looking, and it goes along with the taste too.
I think I want the apricot cake to be my wedding cake.
I'm for real, right? I mean, well, here's the thing.
Wedding cakes.
I'm obsessed with this cake, Alfie. I mean, literally, like my groom would have to tear me away from the cake. I'd be like, just a sec, baby. Hold that thought.
My daughter had these for her wedding we make a 3-tier. Yeah. So people have asked for them for wedding cakes.
Oh, well, here's what I love about this is that a little sliver or a big slice, whichever way you go, you're going to be happy. But here's when you're not going to be happy. When it sells out and we don't have it. Chocolate raspberry, we're a last call. If you want the vanilla apricot, 500 remaining, and that's
God.
it. $16.66. You know, you cannot go into a store
and find this.
or a bakery. Like here where we are in Westchester, Pennsylvania, I grew up in New York City. It would be very hard to even find something like this in New York City, and definitely even in Los Angeles. But Alfie, for anybody that's tuning in just now and they're seeing this cake and you look at it and you're like, wait a minute, that cake seems kind of plain.
Unassuming.
Yeah.
Very unassuming. You're like,
it is the most in-depth, flavorful, perfectly sweet European, Eastern European dessert. And as I break into that, you can see the flakiness of the wafer and all of that gooiness of the buttercream. Alfie, talk to me about the 3-day process, because you said it's 3 days to make this cake.
Yeah, it really is. And I actually have a hand in every single one of these torts that we make. We do it in stages. The dough takes a day. We make the dough up a day ahead. It has to dock down, and then we shape it out, bake it off, and then once it's cooled down, we bring it into a creaming room where we stack each one. And then after that's all completed and packaged, we put it in the freezer. That kind of speeds up the development of the flavors. Once you take it out of the freezer and thaw it out, then that's when everything combines so well. And the good thing about it is if you have any left over, you can refreeze it, and then the next time you take it out, just thaw it out. So you can stay out on your counter for quite a long time. It's tons of butter. I mean, you know, it's so the process is a very labor intense, handcrafted dessert that, like I said, each one of them I have a personal hand in. And so I'm making sure you're going to get the best product we can possibly put out.
Well, whether you're taking it with, you know, tea or, you know, if it's like the big dessert for Easter, this is the one.
Yeah,
it's bright and beautiful. Here's what's going on.
And
we don't have a lot of these to go around. We brought in as many as we could, but you heard they're all handmade. They're made in small batches. If you want the chocolate, I know we are super limited in that. We're basically last call on the chocolate. If you want the vanilla apricot, now is your chance to get the final few hundred that go around. $16.66, free shipping and handling to your door or anywhere in the country. Alfie, it is always a pleasure to have you in our show. Thank you so much for being here. The whole thing is last call.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, M74274 is your item number. You two have a blessed Easter, Alfie. Pick that up from Lithuanian Bakery and get those for yourself.